Hey YouTube, Mark Morris, engineer building a $150 million business. Today is my telework day. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I'll stay with you a little longer than 60 seconds. Back in 2008, I was in debt over $145,000. I had legal bills because my grandmother passed away, so I was involved in a probate issue. Also, the tenants weren't paying my rent, so I was getting in trouble with the property taxes with San Bernardino. Who raised your hand if you've been in San Bernardino County back in 2008? They kept sending me supplemental bills, supplemental bills, supplemental bills. I'm like, what do you want me to pay for the whole ghetto, a renovation project or something? So on top of it, I had to take a 15% pay cut from my job. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So that was just terrible time, man. Bill collectors were calling, tenants before I lost a place to foreclosure were calling. It was a mess. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. But you know how I got back into it? What gets you into the stuff? It's like having sex. Sex got you into the situation. Sex gonna get you out of the situation. Money got you into this situation. Money's gonna get you out of this situation. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I spent time and money to get the duplexes. I spent time and money to try to get the house out of probate. I spent money and time on the other things. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So what I ended up doing was I just started selling stuff. I was reading Robert Kiyosaki's book. I was reading Grant Cardone's book. I was getting better and better in selling. So I said, you know what, why don't I try to get a job at a Macy's and see if I can get some extra money for Christmas, open up credit cards, open up those Macy's Thanks for Sharing. Not only get like the money from the from their job, but get extra money coming in. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So then I was like, from 2008 to 2016, I got it down to $94,453, probably about $88,000. I still had a student loan that was part of that debt. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Then I went to the casino, the Yamava Casino, worked on my sales skills again, get to different bonuses. So I think 1 year I got $1,000 bonus, another year I got $2,000 bonus. I think I got $100 for passing the secret shopper thing. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And I thought I was going to get more raises, but then what happens just when I think? Remember I told you how money gets you into it, and having too much sex will get you in trouble? See, subscribe, subscribe. You get greedy, start making bad decisions. Well, I didn't make any bad decisions, but I had to leave the job because it was just too much trouble. They kept changing the hours. People weren't showing up. It was just like they kept changing the structure. Like, just let us make money. Just let us make money. That's the problem. I tell you what, the salespeople. So then from there, I went to try to be the influencer. Oh gosh, we'll talk about that later. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. But what I said though, from that 2008 to 2024, I was able to wipe out all that debt, and I finally paid it off last August 23rd, 2023. Paid off my student loan. Then I paid a couple of bills later. Paid off everything else. So make sure you subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Watch what I do with my channel. Watch how I talk, because all I do is make videos, makes videos. I have over probably 7,000 videos on the internet. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. One thing that's helped me done is work on my people skills, my appearance. So now I try to look extra clean, try to have a flat face, gave up the drinking, fixed the teeth and stuff. So why don't you go out there, make your own videos, build your own internet presence, because that's the future, man. The future is going to be individualism. Like I tell you, how many of you will go 5 years failing the exam before you passed it? See, that kind of story inspires people. How about who's been in the hospital for over 4 months in an intensive care unit and had like a drill took to your head to get the brain, where the allergy medicine was going to poison the brain, and even then you're still in the hospital for another 4 months and home for another 2 months. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Raise your hand. See, subscribe. Those individual stories are going to make you special, and that's how you're going to make money in the future. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I'll just give you a little talk, spend a little bit more time with you. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. Just subscribe, man. Remember, don't give people more than one command. Somebody says subscribe, like, share, you confuse people. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you still like what you're hearing, we'll talk more later. Talk to you later.